This is Bob Platt at the Institute of Directors in London for the International Insight for Business for China and Hong Kong. Now with me are a couple of supporters of today's event with KPMG. First of all, Ning, how important is it for British business to integrate with business in China?
Well, in order for businesses to be successful in China, they need to integrate into the China operation smoothly by identifying the challenges ahead of their time, and they can actually make their integration much more smoothly. For instance, we need to look at cultural difference, governance structure, and how people deal with businesses in China.
Linda, how can KPMG help in this way?
Well, KPMG China has 10 offices across the China, Hong Kong with over 5,500 people. And we also have a strong connection with our China desk, which is based in UK. And together, we work together to really service our clients and help out their investments in China.
With me now is Joan Turley from the Culture Partnership. Joan, it's obvious China is a different and vast culture. How important is it for British business to realise that?
I think it's critically important for them to realise that. In fact, I would say that China, above all other potential countries or markets, needs a great deal of understanding, cultural understanding, and the ability to build relationships well if one is to have any sustained success in China.
And do you think that British business is slightly fearful of that?
I think there's generally been a sense of reservation about how one can access those sorts of, inner guides to knowing how to treat China and how to build the relationships. What is wonderful today is that there are many professionals now available to support British businesses in understanding how the Chinese think, feel, like to be sold to, like to negotiate. And these are wonderful, wonderful clues, not just to getting business, but to building the kind of respect which is primordial in China if you want to keep sustained business levels.
With me now, Lisa Chen, Madle and Philip Chu from HSBC Bank. Lisa, how important is it for HSBC to have been involved in China for so long?
As I mentioned in my presentation, we started from China back to 1865. So China is in our genes, and we know China the best. And the most recent development in April of 2007, we are one of 4 foreign banks fully incorporated in China. And how do I help our client? I got Philip Chu is my colleague. He's senior manager in one of our business center, and he will be able to give you more insight of how do we help you from UK side and China side.
Yes, in China, as mentioned, we have a very wide network of branches over in China. And in UK, we'll help companies to set up accounts, provide them with working capitals and insurance and wealth management services over in China. So I would say that we are one of the best banking industry in this country.
And how important is it for HSBC to have been established for so long there? How does that help?
We have extensive China knowledge, and we have very strong presence in China. Apart from organic growth, we have 14 branch and 21 sub-branch. We expected repeat growth in China. We also have a strategic investment in Bank of Communication, in Ping An Insurance, Shanghai Bank, and we also have a joint venture of asset management company. So we're able to live up our reputation as world local bank, so we can provide service to our client in worldwide.
With me now is Sun Nam from SingTel Communications. How important in a country as vast as China is it to have a reliable communication system?
Well, I think communication is very key and vital to every business. And in a country like China that vast, you don't want to be in a situation when your communication link back to your HQ is down for days, and that affect your operating business. So finding a reliable telecommunication partner is very key to sustaining the business operation.
And how much experience does SingTel have in China?
Right, we've been operating in China for the last 20 years. So over the last 20 years, we have worked with various telco, government body, and especially having that knowledge in China, the ins and out of China is very key and important to our customer.